Impact Wrestling, Bound for Glory's coming up. What an event. And if you're going to have a big event, you got to have a big star on the show. You got to be part of it, Heath. Heath, you got to be part of Bound for Glory. You got to get you in Bound for Glory.
Hey, man, I'll definitely be there, man. Impact just put out that I'm going to be in the Call Your Shot Gauntlet Battle Royal. Oh, baby. I have mixed feelings about that match, but honestly, I am more than willing and ready to go in there and whoop some ass, my man.
Heath, what has been like for you at Impact Wrestling? And has it reinvigorated you, rejuvenated you? How do you describe what is going on for you at Impact Wrestling?
I kind of feel like, everyone can see and feel that it has kind of, brought my spirits up and I'm having a good time. Impact Wrestling is a lot of fun, and the reason I got into wrestling was to enjoy it and have a lot of fun doing it. And Impact has literally lit that fire for me again to let me express myself and have fun doing it. So I'm actually really enjoying Impact at the moment.
Now I see the cool shirt that you have on. What is it like? The Redhead Rebel Heath.
Oh, baby.
What is it like coming up with these shirt ideas? And do a lot of the ideas from the past and present come from you? Is it a collaboration?
Oh, it's a collaboration for sure. I always ask ideas from my friends and everything, being like, "Hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that?" Because I mean, you have to, because like I might think it's cool, and then I'll put it out there and it doesn't sell. But then my buddy will take it and make it cool, and then it sells, a lot. So it's one of those things that you never know. But me going through it with my wife, my buddy over in California at a Total Debacle. His name's Garrett, and just like my other buddy Tivis. He's my tattoo artist. They all come up with some good ideas for me and everything. So it's one of those things where yeah, it's definitely a teamwork.
See, that must be like really a cool, fun thing when you're just sitting around and you're talking about this and you're doing it on video and all, and then just throwing all
Yeah.
these ideas out and then just going like, oh no, that's no good. We're not doing that. Oh yeah, that's a good one. All right, let's do that. Is there a lot
100%.
of back and forth going on?
Oh, dude, yeah, definitely. But then again, it's like we all get along, so it's one of those things. Like I'll give them an idea, and usually, what the first original draft they send me, I like it. So I'm just like, that's it. That's what I want. It's not really too much of, oh, take this out, put that in, do this. It's more of a, yeah, hell yeah, let's do that then. Like I take their judgment because they're the brains behind the artsy fartsy stuff. I'm just the brains behind of what I want. You know,
That is so cool.
for
Well,
sure.
Heath, what is it like too? Because you've been up and down the roads, and the journey has gone for you. It's been a roller coaster ride, which for a lot, it's a roller coaster ride. This professional wrestling journey, I always say that. I said it's like a roller coaster for most everybody. What
It
has
is.
that journey been like for you? What have you learned about yourself during this journey?
I mean, oh, man, that's a good question. I've learned a lot, but what's crazy is that I learned a lot in the last few years. Actually, um, it's I was young when I got signed with WWE. I mean, I was, man, 23 years old, 24 maybe. I was a kid, and then, it's like you're young, you don't think time's gonna ever catch you. You're just going, doing your thing all the time and all that stuff. But no, like the journey is definitely a roller coaster ride. I mean, you got your ups and the highest of ups, and then you got the lowest of lows too. Like it happens. But then again, you can relate that with any job that anyone's actually passionate about. Like not just a job that you get up and go to. I mean, something that you actually love and you want to contribute, but it's all in someone else's hands, and it's just, it is a roller coaster ride. Um, but no, like the whole wrestling career and everything, man, like I love it. I can't complain about it. Like at the moment I'm having a great time. And the good thing about it is that I feel like with Impact I have time to stay at home with the family too. Just because like, up in New York it's always, you're you're gone 5 days a week on the go, and you're home for two, and then I mean, well, that's how it was when I was up there. It's just like you just gone all the time. That's just how it is. But with Impact, at least I'm home every like other week, so it's awesome and everything. And but no, it's one of those things to where it has it's a double-edged sword for sure, because you have your fun, but then again you got to sacrifice for it. But all in all, man, you said it right, that it is actually a roller coaster ride. But then again, all roller coaster rides are scary and fun. So that's pretty much how the wrestling business is.
Well, Heath, I mean, you mentioned 23, 24-year-old Heath. That's
Yeah,
just amazing when you think about it. And when you see 23 and 24-year-olds today in any sport, any entertainment
yeah,
venture, to be able to do that and to last and continue. Well, it's so true. Injury wise,
no,
you've had
you're
your
right. You're right.
injuries and all and everything. And just being able to deal with others, work behind the scenes with others, work on
Mhm.
camera with others. There's so much involved in becoming a professional wrestler at a high level. And I'm just
Sure.
curious, with Impact, what are some of the moments so far that you look at and you just think were really cool? I know you got to reunite with Rhino, which is one of your good friends and all.
Yeah.
When you're looking so far at Impact, what has been really cool for you?
Definitely reuniting with Rhino. Getting an Impact title shot. With Moose. Just the whole atmosphere at Impact is fun and like loose. To where you don't have to really walk around on glass and eggshells. You can literally breathe, relax, have a good time, crack up. But like I like the fact that where at Impact, like they listen to your ideas. Like you can be you, you can express yourself, you can have fun doing that. That's the main part I love about Impact, is that like they get behind you and your ideas. You know and it's still like I feel like the best is still to come, because I still got a year on my contract with Impact. So I just feel like I've just begun right now. There's still there's still a lot for me here and for me to do. So I'm excited more about this coming up year than I have been this last year.
And when you mention Impact, what has Scott D'Amore meant to you? What has he meant to Impact? And do you feel like he's the one that is creating this
Oh,
type of
Scott.
atmosphere?
Oh yeah, Scott's wonderful, man. He's a great boss. Like he's that boss you want to have. He's cool, man. But then again, he has a good team behind him too. So but everyone there, I feel like, has like a level head. They work together. They try to work for the product. Like all of that. To where even there's still a lot of things changing inside of Impact. There's a lot of stuff that a lot of people probably don't know about that's going to improve Impact and everything. So I feel like the way that they're going and the things that they want to do is the right way and what they should be doing. But as Scott D'Amore, as being your boss and everything, he is definitely one of those bosses that you would like to have.
Well, Bound for Glory will be coming up. We know we have Impact every Thursday, 8 p.m. on
Yep,
Access TV.
tonight.
Really cool stuff going on. Very, very good roster. Very good roster. You don't
Yep.
last, Heath, you know this better than me. You don't last 20 years and be able to do things if you don't have some type of chemistry going on to create a company, a product, to be able to do something like that. And
Yeah,
much like yourself, Impact Wrestling's a survivor. I
for
look at
sure.
Impact and see what it's able to do. And basically, what we're going to have at Bound for Glory, we're going to be celebrating Raven. That's been announced. He will be
Yep.
inducted into the Impact Wrestling Hall of Fame. I'm just wondering your thoughts of Raven, and especially the ECW, the hardcore, and what he was able to do there.
Oh boy. You know what's funny? Yeah, hell, I'll say it. I remember, like, I've always thought of Raven as being a damn ass, you know, being real. I remember back when I was on the Indies, I had an encounter with him, and I was kind of like over on this little indie fed, but then again, it was me at a little indie fed, and this had to be more than 20 years ago. and he was the guest star there and everything. We were in a tag match, and I asked him, I was like, so what would you like to do? He was like, I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna jab you a few times, bump on the third one, I'm gonna kick you in the gut, DDT you. And I'm like, whoa, what? Like, no, we need to do more than that, you know? And then and the next thing you know, like I remember going back to him and everything, and I remember him being like, kid, I'm gonna jab you 3 times, bump on the third one, I'm gonna DDT you. And I'm just like, geez, damn, you know? So that was the comeback, man. And I'm just like, what the hell, you know? I don't know if it was like he had a bad day or, there's a million excuses, you know? But that was like my first little taste of him to where I'm just like, this asshole, what the hell? But then again, I saw him, he was, I forget what show we were doing. I think it was the night that the America's Most Wanted reunited with the Good Brothers and myself against the Honor No More guys. I think he was at that show. And I remember I saw him and we shook hands and everything. And I don't even think he remembered it all, like not at all, And I'm just like, he's like, nice to see you, this and that, But then again, like I said, it was 20 some years ago and I wasn't a nobody, But it just cracks me up. But then again, like his gimmick and everything he's done, man, it's one of those intriguing, cool. Like I can totally see why Impact would definitely have him in the Hall of Fame for sure, because like his legacy and everything he's done for the business and in the business is pretty damn cool.
And he made a mark on Impact. But you're mentioning the match with him. I'm figuring he probably just wanted to do a few things, get his payday, and get out of there.
Oh, that's a fact. That's a fact. Of course.
You can't blame him for that, Heath. You can't blame him.
Hey, and now I don't. But then I'm like, that asshole. What the hell? These people chant my name.
Oh my God. Well, Heath, a couple other people I wanted to mention to you and get your thoughts on them and all. Curtis Hughes.
Curtis Hughes, hey man, that's my first trainer, man. Like legit, my very first trainer taught me the basics, got me out there on the road, to like be in front of crowds for the first time and stuff. So yeah, he definitely got my feet wet.
How about Jody Hamilton?
Oh, dang, Jody. I remember he was a nitpicker, man. Whenever I remember us having shows and everything, TV shows for Deep South, man, he would they dissect their matches to where I'm just like, holy crap, Jody, craziness, yeah. But yeah, I got some wild stories about Jody. But no, he was always real sweet to me.
See, Heath, I remember Jody when he was in the Masked as the Masked Assassin, and he had wars with Dusty Rhodes in Florida. I mean, that was some real big heat back then and all. He just came across as just the true legitimate heel, the way he talked, the way he carried himself. It was just so cool to see. And another guy, Florida, that I think he had some involvement with, Steve Keirn.
Oh, man, I love Steve, man. Steve's such a good human being, man. In training, he was pretty vicious. He would get in there, he would make you go, for sure. But as like Steve outside of the business, such a sweetheart, man. He's such a good guy.
I'll tell you what Steve doesn't get enough credit for is all the different types of personas he portrayed. When he first started in Florida, he was like a Stone Cold type, not to that degree, but like just more the black trunks, just a badass young guy coming to the ring. Then he parlayed himself into this pretty boy, the Fabulous Ones, with him and Stan Lane. And then he became Skinner, the tobacco chewing guy in the woods and in Sawgrass, Everglades and all. It was like so many personas, and he was able to pull them all off.
You know what's funny? All 3 of those personas is actually him in real life. He is a badass. He wants to be a pretty boy. But then again, he loves gators and fishing and in the wilderness, man. So that's all him.
That is so cool. That's why he was able to pull it off. Hey,
that's
Heath,
exactly why.
I'm wondering, how's Big Clem doing?
Who?
Big Clem.
Oh, goodness. Clem Layfield? He's doing all right, man. I actually still got his suit in my closet that I used to wear for that gimmick, man. Jeez Louise. JBL, dude. JBL was one of those guys that always had my back, you know. And then when I became his nephew, man, it was just hilarious. We still go with that. I always call him when I see him. I'm always calling him Uncle John.
Have you ever been on him and Gerald Briscoe's podcast show?
I actually just did it probably a couple months ago.
And what was that like? Those guys have so much fun. And Joe Briscoe too. What a great guy.
Oh man, and like with Gerald, man, he came down to Deep South back in the day and FCW to help us out. And I'm real good friends with his son Wes. So yeah, so me and Wes has been buddies forever. So it was easy talking with him, man. We all just just BS around and just tell jokes and stories.
Did you ever tag with Wes?
I don't think I ever tagged with him, but I worked with him a few times. I remember I used to always rib him because he was new. He was always a great amateur wrestler, always good amateur wrestler. But
like his father.
Of course.
And his uncle.
Exactly. And then when it came to like getting the character and learning to pause and get a reaction from the crowd and all this stuff, like I remember I would get in the ring with him and we'd have matches, but then I just switch everything up on him to where he's just like, "Oh goodness, what the hell?" But that's what they did to me growing up, dude. That's what I had done. Like I'm thinking, all right, I got this match, and I get in there and it's like, holy crap, did I just not hear anything? Like what the hell's happening? Just to see if I can go with it, and that's how I really learned, how to work instead of planning and memorizing stuff. It was like, okay, I got this match, and then I get out there, and whoever's the veteran that I'm trying to follow, he switches it all up, and I'm just like, oh crap.
So much of the business back then was also a lot of the veterans. It was just like they were really talk maybe about the finish, but they were really talk about much. You go out there and you just go.
For sure, man. They probably get a little heat spot down and the finish, but other than that, that was it. Yeah.
Hey, what can you tell me about Heath House?
Who?
Heath House.
Oh man, that was a show I was doing with FITE TV. My buddy Brandon, man. We literally just started like he has a little network, and he was like, "Hey man, let me just start recording you. I'll give you footage. You get me footage for this network, this and that." So we just went with it for a little while, having a good time, just recording stuff, seeing family life, outside life, road life, all that stuff. It was a fun little experience that we were doing.
Well, Heath, a couple more questions to let you go. I'm curious, the kids. I'm curious about your kids. Are they into pro wrestling? Do you think one day if they say to mom and dad, "Hey, I want to do this thing," what do you think you're going to say to them?
For the longest time, I kept them away from it, until
smart man. I love it, but smart man.
Yeah. I kept them away from it until it was like big events or events to where, I mean, they always knew daddy was a wrestler and they watched me on TV here and there, but like I never like took them on the road full time with me or nothing like that because I mean they had school and stuff. But when they did come, they enjoyed it, and of course they think I'm Superman and I'm tough as nails and all that, which I want them to always believe that. Um, but I kind of kept them away from it. But now, they're 10 and 8 now, to where they do watch me on TV. They know I'm a wrestler, and then like I went to their school a couple times and like, gave speeches and stuff, and all the kids are like, what, no way, this and that, so it's funny. And now my kids are like, yeah, that's my dad. They're like, no way. But they're like looking at me like, yeah, it's my dad, whatever, But the kids are freaking out. But it's funny. But like I kept them away from it for a while. But if I would say if any of them would want to get into it, it'd definitely be my youngest. Her name's Remedy, and she's literally me in a little 8-year-old girl's body, man. It scares me. It scares the crap out of me.
Well, it's that'll be something to see.
Yeah, man. Like I'm not lying. Like
Another Heath.
dude. Yes,
Heath
yes.
that. Heath that.
He's that, right? But no, she thinks like me. She acts like me. Like she even looks like me whenever I was that baby. Like if I was a girl, like totally, we would be in twins, you know, like or you know. So it's just she's definitely me in a little girl's body, and it scares me, man.
No.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to throw these fast because I want to get you out of here. Because if not, then Dr. Ross is going to be
All right.
mad at me, and then I won't be able to get my shoulder looked at anymore. So I need to get all through that.
Gotcha.
Hey, has Rhino converted you to be a Detroit Tigers fan?
No.
Okay. 3MB versus Nexus. Who do you think has the advantage?
Nexus.
Yes.
And yeah.
Okay. Are you now the most famous person from Pineville, West Virginia?
I would say yes. Yes, I would hope so. I would hope yes. Probably.
You got Kurt Warner beat because that's the only one I can think of that might got you is Kurt Warner. But
that's the only one, really. Yeah, Kurt Warner. Yeah.
All righty. Well, man, thank you so much for taking the time. We've got Bound for Glory coming up. That's going to be a huge show. It's one of the biggest shows for Impact Wrestling of the year. It's a lot of fun. Do things like that and all. Do you have social media for fans?
I do. Twitter, Instagram is Heath, Roman numerals XXII, and that's it.
Will you be dressing up as Ricky Bobby for Halloween?
Ricky Bobby? No, I won't be, but I might one day.
Yes. Thank you, Heath.
No problem, my man. Thank you.